This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And peace and blessings to all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. To the 144,000, the house of David, the elect, and the great multitude, men, women, and children, that the Lord will have mercy on in these last days. Shalom. It's the brother Dama Agabari from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and I started this lesson with 2 Corinthians, the second chapter in the 11th verse, because as you can see, there's a new killer, a new boogeyman out there on the loose, which is called the Marburg virus. All right. Which, I believe that this is going to be the one that Bill Gates mentioned that, the next so-called the next pandemic is going to get the attention of everybody, and this just might be the one. This might be the one to where they're going to bring in this new form of lockdown, which, brothers have been circulating particular videos on the group chat of, they're predicting that July 15th will be, the day that they're going to start to really start locking things back up, the lockdown of all lockdowns. And this virus just might be, the ticket, and as we know, this is the plan of these global elite. This is a plan of the NWO boys to ultimately bring in this new world order, but as we know, first they need to ultimately lock everything down so that they can gain total control over, everybody's, over the whole world, because this could totally lock down and have everybody locked back in their houses for another, period of time. But, I'm just going to go into his article and show you, why, why this could be the one that they will use, because this is a very severe outbreak, man. This virus is something serious from what they, from how they label it and what they say it how it operates and how it affects people, But anyways, like we know, hey, they're not going to let any crisis go to waste, and these devils are running out of time, so they're going to have to, really accelerate their plans. And this just might be the one. It says not an outbreak now. An outbreak of the Marburg virus has begun. It says, why are so many unusual outbreaks of disease suddenly happening all over the planet? We were already dealing with a seemingly endless global pandemic coming into 2022, and so far this year, a bird flu pandemic has resulted in the deaths of tens of millions of our chickens and turkeys. The worst monkeypox outbreak in history has spread like wildfire in the Western world, and now it's being reported that there is an outbreak of Marburg virus in Africa, okay? Because ultimately, these are just part of the devices being used by this damn devil to, to bring in this NWO. All right. And we know that them using, these different pandemics and the medical field as a tool to, usher in this, this coming enterprise that they're trying to bring to pass, a lot of this fear needs to be pushed. And what other greater way than to scare the hell out of the people is through viruses and pandemics and massive amounts of people dying rapidly because of these sicknesses, That's one way that you can get the people to, to get the people under control. Another way that you can, do away with a huge part of the population and, is through fear. And as we know, this Marburg virus, it ain't just pop up out of nowhere, man. You go to the CDC and these different institutions, this devil has a lot of these viruses and these sicknesses frozen in laboratories, when they want to use them, they can break them out and cause a mass affection of people, and this has been documented as part of their plans for centuries, man. Now we're just at the point to where, hey, they're going to use these, they're going to use them to their advantage, man. It says, we have already lost our opportunity to contain monkeypox, and that is really bad news. But if authorities are not able to successfully contain this new Marburg outbreak, we could potentially be facing a scenario that is downright apocalyptic, you see? And that's something that they really want, to cause this mass fear and mass hysteria all around the world. And it's going to serve multiple purposes. It's going to cause a lot of fear, which equals control, and then it can also help cull a lot of the useless eaters, as they term these people, man. You know, it says the new outbreak of the Marburg virus is happening in Ghana. The two victims that have died so far do not know each other, and the officials believe that this is evidence that the disease is spreading more widely. See? And that's exactly what they want, and they're choosing these particular pestilences for reasons. They're using them for a reason, especially these ones like this, because they have a very, high mortality rate. They're very infectious, and hey, it can get the job done a lot faster. It says, I'm going to skip that part right there. It says the global health authorities have always warned that the Marburg virus is a good candidate for a horrifying global pandemic because it can have very long incubation periods. See, because these scientists and these damn devils, they're using these particular ones because of their effectiveness, man. All right, they can really get the job done, and that's why, like I said, I mentioned it again. Bill Gates of hell said the next pandemic is going to get everybody's attention. So if they're really going to use this for what they want to use it for, and get it to spread like wildfire, this is exactly the type of scenario that they want. And that's why hey, we constantly are harping on our people to repent and get right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so you can be Psalms 91. You can be delivered from these pestilences. You're not going to fear the pestilence and the sicknesses, that's going to, take hold on a lot of these people out here for their judgment, But the Lord promised us that we will be delivered from these things, man. And these devils are cooking this shit up, intentionally. Let me get this quick precept. I'm going to read it in a couple different translations just to show you that, hey, it's speaking about Esau, man. He's the ones doing these things, all right? It's Psalm 64:5. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. You see, these elites, they're encouraging these things. They're they're pulling out these particular viruses that they have locked up in these different cold storage facilities and in the CDC to and in different places around the world to infect the population. All right, this has always been a part of their plans, man. Remember, Esau, a blessing was the weapon, and he weaponizes everything, man. Whether it be money, whether it be the food, the air, information, and also sicknesses, man. He has, he has these different viruses at his disposal, man, in these different facilities. And he's in there cooking them up, man. Manipulating them. Finding out where. He'll do a diligent search to find out, how it operates. Who, what ethnicity it affects more. If he, how it attacks. How fastly it'll spread, how fast it can kill. If it was in in a apocalyptic situation, he crunched all the numbers, man. And he particularly chose this Marburg virus purposely. All right. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right. And when you get this in the NLT, let's see what it says. It says they encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask, you see? And that's what part of this Marburg virus thing is, man. It's really a snare and a trap that these devils are laying privily, and they make it seem as if it's just a randomly occurring virus. It just popped up because some Ghanaian was walking in the jungle and came across a damn a monkey or a pig, or he got bit by a bat, or he ate, or whatever stupid story they come up with to spin it to make it seem like it's just something that happens naturally in nature when it doesn't, man. A lot of these pestilences, they cooked up, they engineered them themselves to be that much more, spreadable and, deadly. It says they search out iniquities. Yeah, like I was saying, hey, you better believe they've done research, man. There's one thing about Esau, and that's what he does, man. He searched out this Marburg virus intentionally, man. He probably had a whole list of viruses he wanted to choose from, but hey, this was the one that got chosen. It says they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And let's get this in the NLT as well. It says, as they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised a perfect plan. Yeah, so this Marburg could be that perfect plan for these devils, man. It could be that perfect pestilence, that perfect pandemic that's going to, that perfect one that's going to get the attention of the whole world this time, It says, yes, the human heart and mind are cunning. And that's Esau, cunning, That's how Esau is, very cunning in wickedness, and as we can see, this is part of his secret counsel. This is part of his wicked cunning, man. It says the Marburg global health authorities have always warned that the Marburg virus is a good candidate for a horrifying global pandemic because it can have a very long incubation period. See, everything I just read in that Psalm 64 is right here, man. And these global health authorities, they're all in on it too. You know, they're all brought and paid for by these elites, man. They work for them and for their interests. You know, with the promise that they'll be immune, they'll be safe. We'll give you the heads up when this is really going to go down, and we'll give you a place to hide out, just like the Resident Evil, man. The Resident Evil movie, the first one, when they dropped that T virus, man. It says the incubation period from infection of onset to symptoms varies from 2 to 21 days. See, this is going to be, when it starts getting over here, it's going to be more lockdowns, man. And this time they're going to lock down everything. You're not going to be able to go to work. They're going to have all these screening processes. They're going to tell you that, you were around somebody that had it, so now you got to be locked down. So even if you don't have it, they're going to lock down everything, man, all over again. See, but this is going to be the lockdown of all lockdowns, It says illness caused by Marburg virus begins abruptly with high fever, severe headache, and severe malaise. Muscle aches and pains are a common feature. Sweat, severe watery diarrhea, abdominal pain and cramping, nausea, and vomiting can begin on the third day. Diarrhea can persist for a week. The appearance of patients at this phase has been described as showing ghost-like drawn features, deep-set eyes, expressionless faces, and extreme lethargy. To show you how heavy this shit is, man. Another thing you got to ask yourself: how do they know that this is how it affects people? Because they've they've accomplished a diligent search, man. They've got human trials and candidates and people that they infected this shit with, and just watched to see how it affects them, man. You see, and this is after their research is ended, this is what they know about this thing because they invented it, man. All right, they're the ones behind this shit. It says all of that sounds terrible, but the next stage of the disease is truly nightmarish. You see, this is why he said the next one is going to get everybody's attention because, if this is the one that they're going to use, you're going to see, people all over the planet going through this shit, man. That's going to scare the shit out of everybody, man. And then, especially those who I say this, who are already immune compromised. I'll just say that. Imagine if they were to get this and they've already had their immune system hijacked. Come on, man. Ain't no telling what that on top of what they already had in them, combined, what it could lead to. These people could turn into some severe damn zombies, man. That zombie apocalypse, It says many patients develop severe hemorrhage manifestations between 5 and 7 days, and fatal cases usually have some form of bleeding, often from multiple areas. Fresh blood and vomitus and feces is often accompanied by bleeding from the nose, gums, and vagina. Spontaneous bleeding at venipuncture sites where intravenous access is obtained to give fluids or obtain blood samples can be particularly troublesome. Yeah, you can't even get an IV in you because you're just bleeding out, man. You see, and it is nightmares. This is some crazy shit, man. And that's why, we want the immunity and the protection from on high, from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who was the only one that can deliver us and protect us from these from this shit, man. And you can see how bad it is. It says can be particularly troublesome. During the severe phase of illness, patients have sustained high fevers. Involvement of the central nervous system can result in confusion, irritability, and aggression. See? And aggression. And they make you think about some type of zombie apocalypse, man. Like I said, this on top of that other shit, man, and the people that had it, imagine, And you already had it was that FEMA and I think the World Health Organization, they already have preparedness plans for a zombie apocalypse, man. So, hey, it's not too far-fetched, It says orchitis, inflammation of one or both testicles, has been reported occasionally in the late phase of disease, 15 days. In fatal cases, death occurs most often between 8 and 9 days after symptoms onset, usually preceded by severe blood loss and shock. See? It's a lot you. No. Use that bathroom. That one over there. This one don't work. Go in the other bathroom. No, that one don't work. Come on, this one. It don't work. No. Stop. Come in this one. It don't work. It's lucky, man. It says the largest previous outbreak of the disease was in 2005. See, so they already dealt with this shit already, And you better believe once they, you know, figured it out and got samples and they, put it in their lab, they put it away for safekeeping, and this might be the one they're going to use, But it says during that outbreak, 88% of the victims died. So you see, it has a high mortality rate, man. I'm not going to read anymore, it's just a bunch of more information and just talking about how, they hope that it would fade, but yeah, eventually it's going to come here to the United States on top of monkeypox. So it's just going to be massive amounts of pestilences and viruses and sicknesses, being pushed and forwarded. And that's all they're going to talk about in the news in these coming days so that they can bring in this next lockdown, man. And like I said, this Marburg virus on top of everything else, the monkeypox, I just saw somewhere there's some brain eating amoebas infecting people. And then you got the stuff from last year, which I'm not going to name it, what the names, it ends in 19. So you got all these things on, all these pestilences on top of pestilences, on top of food shortages, on top of the economy breaking down. You can just literally see how all hell and all chaos is going to break loose here in Babylon the Great, man. But the main thing being, man, hey, these devils are working. They're in the kitchen, and just keep your eye out for this Marburg, man. And you, Jake, out there, man, you Israelites, you better repent, man. Get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is your only protection and shield from all of this hell and pestilence that's coming, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. Until the next one, Shalom.